So this will be my honest review of the scanner and how I think it'll help me with projects like my Sequoia when I go to design a rear bumper for it. So what you'll do is you'll end up taking a scanner and the USB port and plug that in. On the USB, there's actually this little port that you plug in a power supply to. That way it powers the scanner separately. And you have 3 buttons on the back here. Middle will get you into your preview mode. So you can see now on the screen that there's a preview, and this is where you would adjust your brightness if you need to. And on the left side there, you want to keep it in that green range. So that is just whether you're too close or too far. So you want to try to keep it in the green the best you can. Then you have the top and bottom buttons here, which just zoom in. So if I click on the top button to zoom in, it zooms in my screen, and then I could zoom back out. And then the middle button, you're going to hit it again to start your scan, and then hit it again to stop your scan. While scanning, one thing you could do is try to turn this thing around to get different angles, so that way it could be seen by all the lenses on here. So sometimes it blocks it, and that's why you kind of see those open holes. It doesn't do so well with deep dark areas, but that's typical of a lot of scanners. So once your scan looks good, you can go on the left side here to this project group. And this is where you can do multiple scans. So you could open if you had any others, remove them, delete them. Removing them just takes it off of this project group. Deleting them it deletes the scan completely. So you do have the option to rename these, and I can call this rear frame. And this will help you keep track of all your different scans. So you can do new project. So I'm going to do the same settings. I'm going to do features. I'm going to hit apply. Does new project. So if you look in project group, it does say project 2, and that's the one I'm actively in. It does hide temporarily your other one, which is okay. And then we're going to do the scan, same exact thing. Now we got the rear hatch in, so looks good. That's all I need just for reference. So when you do multiple scans, you want to make sure you get shared geometry. So in this case, I'm using the cross member as that, and that's going to help us align the multiple scans into one when I go to mesh it. If I go to front view, if I go to a top view, go to a side, and this will give us a good starting point for when we bring it into Fusion. So now we'll save our scan. So when you bring it in as inches, you do want to measure and double check that it's scaling it correctly. So I could get finer detail if I did that 1 or 0.5 millimeter. Since it's on 2, that's why you see it a little off, but all that I will measure. This at least gives me a good placement for all of my frame and just general location of the body. So that way I can start designing my bumper.